Hi guys, Opal here. I'm back with a little traditional speed paint because a lot of you seem to like the last one. But this time it's paint. Stick around to see how a digital artist acts when she steps out of her comfort zone into a world of real, scary, floor-embracing traditional art without the luxury of an undo button. Let's jump right into it. Now, when it comes to paint, whether it's watercolor, acrylic, oil, some cheap set off Amazon for £3, any paint, for me it's always a do or die situation. In a less intense way, I always get nervous whenever I pick up a paintbrush because it's just, it's not the same as a pencil or a pen. I mean, obviously. Now, most people would probably think it's just because you can't really undo your mistakes, which is partly the reason I believe my brain goes into panic mode. If you haven't noticed, I have a phobia of flaws. But then again, I draw a lot in pen, traditional basic pen that you can't erase. Somehow that's just easier for me and less daunting. I feel like it might be because I have this mindset that painting must always be perfect and finished, while with pen I enjoy doing sketchy or rough illustrations a lot of the time. And yes, I am aware that this is not a good nor healthy way of seeing something, but what can you do? Actually, there's a lot you can do, like pick up a physical sheet of paper for once. Hey, be quiet, I do that every now and then. I've almost finished that sketchbook. Speaking of which, if you guys want to see me do a sketchbook tour in the future, comment down below. There are actually some cool stuff in there that I wouldn't mind sharing. Anyway, enough sidetracking. So yes, it is difficult for me, but I'm sure I'm not the only one, right? My tip for any other people out there who also struggle with not having the gut to make a single stroke on a canvas: practice. I mean, you probably hear this a lot, but it's the best way to improve, not gonna lie. And on the bright side, you'll get loads of cool artworks out of it. Whether they're appalling fails or absolute masterpieces, you can see how you've improved, which is extremely rewarding in the end. So moving on to this painting, which was meant to be the main bulk of the video. The process was actually very all over the place because I mostly use tutorials when painting something from scratch, but I was really brave this time, and even when it was going horribly wrong, I kept going and it turned out great in my opinion. I was painting the lake and I just thought that the whole thing looked really boring, so I added splatters and then I added more detail to the sky, at which point I was like, why does this look so bad? Okay, that's a bit harsh. It wasn't bad, it was just really boring. So I brought in my best friend, and call me a cheater all you want, but at least I pulled through with something that doesn't involve a screen. A black pen. Yes. Oh my gosh, I started lining the mountains, added in some birds, and then I was like, nah, we're gonna take this a step further. I put in trees along the mountains and the edge of the lake, and then one of the best choices I made in this piece that really made it amazing for my standards, I picked up the brush again. I know, shocking. And I just put reflections in the water, and especially when I added more red, I'm sorry, I just think it looked dope and it's not even anything that you haven't seen before. And finally, the part that tied it all together, the highlights. They made everything so shiny and realistic. I would be a goner without highlights, honestly. And this is how it turned out. I really love the contrast of blue and red, in case you haven't noticed. And the little splatters and scribbles in the sky made it feel more abstract and chill. And this is how the dragon turned out. I did just realize I missed a bit of the sky. Am I gonna fix it? In your dream. And that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more shenanigans like this, consider subscribing. Leave a comment and a like, I really appreciate them all. If you're in school like me and are doing or finished exams, either way, good luck, you'll smash it. That being said, see you guys soon and have a wonderful week.
Pop. Speedpaint.